Downfall ends in tragic fashion, a big D&D shakeup, and a new Lord of the Rings trailer.
What a time to be alive.
Welcome to Fantasy News Friday, our weekend news rundown. This week, we're talking about the Downfall finale, D&D Comic News, and the new Rings of Power trailer. Remember, if you like these kinds of videos, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so we can keep making them. Now, on to the news.
Check this out.
Downfall ended with the gods sending Eor crashing to the ground, which was not a surprise, but the tragic story might not have had the impact fans were hoping for, and we're not talking about the actual impact of Eor crashing into the ground. Now, the hidden twist to Eor's downfall was that Asmodeus basically manipulated events the entire time and betrayed his prime deity's kin as soon as possible, forcing them into a corner.
I hate you! And I always will! Forever! Until the stars twinkle out of the sky!
The prime deities came off as flawed in Downfall, but well-intentioned, and only destroyed Eor to save themselves. They were really hardly irredeemable monsters, and Downfall hardly made the case that the gods really needed to be destroyed. Given the framing of the story, it doesn't seem like this was the smoking gun Ludinus was hoping for. Now, the real question here is how Matt will try to frame this when Critical Role returns to the present day, or if the events of Downfall will cause Ludinus to pivot now that he knows the truth.
What are we doing here?
A major shakeup has occurred in D&D Comics this week as Dark Horse announced that they will be launching a new line of D&D and Magic comics starting in summer 2025. This means that IDW will assumably no longer have the license to make D&D comics at some point in the next 12 months. While Dark Horse is a bigger publisher and has obviously had a ton of success with their Critical Role line of comics, IDW seem to be getting their feet under them with Ravenloft and Planescape comics released alongside comics based on the D&D cartoon. And not to mention they had a well-received series of mini-series featuring Minsk and Boo. Now, no other details were announced about the Dark Horse D&D line, but expect some details in the coming months.
But I want it now!
Warhammer 40k has brought back a classic faction with a new codex. The Imperial Agents have returned to Warhammer 40k as a separate faction, meaning that players can now create armies of Inquisitors, Rogue Traders, and other Imperium forces that don't fit within the box of Space Marine chapters or the Astra Militarium. Inquisitors are a personal favorite of mine in Warhammer 40k lore, and I'm pumped to see them back on the table, even though this new codex doesn't come with a new line of miniatures, just a redesign of one Inquisitor. 3 new Battle Force boxes are getting released as a part of this line, with a planned release for sometime later this year.
Hot damn!
Root is getting a brand new expansion. Leader Games announced that they will be launching a new expansion for their popular asymmetric tabletop game about fuzzy warland creatures going to war for dominance over a woodland forest. No further details were provided, but a promo for the Kickstarter showed frogs and bats, so we can reasonably expect that both of them will be involved as new factions. This Kickstarter launches this fall.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Meanwhile, Restoration Games has announced a new version of Unmatched Adventures, this time focusing on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Unmatched Adventures is a co-op game, although players can bring in other characters from other Unmatched expansions into that game, or bring the Turtles into traditional Unmatched play. That means that you can finally have Leonardo face off against Daredevil via Unmatched. Now, a Kickstarter for this game will also be launching this fall.
It's about damn time.
Steamforged has launched the Kickstarter for Strangelight Workshop, a new RPG set in their recently acquired Iron Kingdoms world. Now, the game itself is using 5e rules and focuses on the occult and otherworldly investigations of people within the Iron Kingdoms world. The Kickstarter has already raised over $125,000 and will continue on through early August.
Come on, give me it. Give me it.
And finally, Amazon Studios has revealed a brand new trailer for Rings of Power. You can check out the new trailer here with plenty of reveals from the upcoming season, which debuts.
Sauron sees himself as master of all Middle-earth. He seeks to rule it not only through conquest, but by bending the minds of all its peoples to his own. And for that he needs not armies,
No!
but rings.
In choosing to wear those rings, you have all become his collaborators.
I know you believe this ring is deceiving me, but I believe it is guiding me.
All this may be by his design.
These rings may be how he attains power.
They must be destroyed.
We will discuss the rings once you have answered the question. Who is this man?
He is no man. He deceived me. He is Sauron.
What am I to call you?
A sharer of gifts. Our work begins now.
I have walked across mountains and deserts to help my friend find his destiny. One the fate of the world may depend on.
Is it my task to stop the fire? Is it my task to face Sauron? To try and cheat death might lead to an even greater catastrophe. Father, take off the ring.
I'm afraid, Durin.
Every soul in Middle-earth is in peril. Will you abandon them to their doom?
No, what have you done to me?
Leave Sauron to me.
Promise me, Elrond. You will not stop until he is destroyed.
Forgiveness takes an age.
I need your axe, old friend.
Fight with me! Fight with our friends!
When the darkness falls, there are always some who rise forth and shine. You will give me the nine.
What was your favorite story of the week? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.